By the right of the council, by the will of the force, welcome back into another episode of the Galaxy Famous Halcyon Approved Jedi Talk Podcast. You are following us at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram, youtube.com/Jedi Talk, where people are still yelling at Evan's video about the C-3PO head, maybe not. I'm not sure, I haven't looked. People be pissed. But two-thirds of the council is here this evening. You are here on the High Council with Matamaka. Thank you for joining us. Joining me as always, he thinks the Disney World sucks compared to Disneyland Paris, and he didn't think I was going to let him live that down. Evan T. Boucher. Evan, how the fuck are you today?
Adiga and good journey, and I'm correct. So, yeah.
You think you're correct. You haven't been there. Let's talk after you go.
Not yet, but that's our Tokyo's next year, and then
That's right.
2-ish years down the line will be Paris.
Okay.
So.
All right. Perry.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a group chat, not argument, but just a group chat back
Inside
and forth
joke
that kind of spawned into this. But yeah, Tom's here, Evan's here, Brad's not here. Brad's back. He did fall over the deck on a cruise, if you didn't know. But the Bermuda Triangle just spit him right back out. They're like, even we don't want him here.
Yeah,
he's
the
got
Bermuda
warrants.
Triangle didn't even want him.
The Bermuda Triangle's got warrants out for him too. So he's back in Florida somehow, the only state he could be safe in. But Brad's dealing with some stuff today, some family stuff. Let him chat about that when he comes back. We'll miss him. But we'll be sure to make fun of him. So
Yes.
a little bit extra
And
today.
he'll make fun of us, so it's all
Of
fine.
course,
It's all in
of
good
course.
fun.
So
And bad fun.
all good, bad, and the other. So Jedi Talk's back. It's been a while. Life has been fucking life, man.
Yeah.
You know, we had that, what we called
we did
that.
one where we were like, oh, we're back. We're finally back together
Yeah,
again.
we were.
And that was like 2 weeks ago, and then now we're like, not again.
Well, it's like
So-
I guess we didn't realize that there was still, like, I still had one more trip to do, and that was in Arizona for a family wedding.
Yeah.
Brad had his cruise, and I guess we never sat down and said, okay, this is what the next couple of weeks looks like. We were
Yeah.
just back. We were like, all right, here
I
we
didn't
go.
even know he was going on the cruise till like Wednesday or Thursday before he left.
I know.
So- And like, I'm not expecting him to just tell us everything. And
That's
yeah,
right.
so it's fair. But
Brad-
I was just like, oh crap, he's on a cruise.
I need to know. I'm going to text him right now. Brad, when was the last time you took a poop?
Yeah, I need
I
to know.
should.
Up to the minute. Oh, well, we know he showers at least once every 10 minutes,
This is true.
especially if I'm cruising with him on a space cruise,
Well,
not a
if he-
water cruise.
If he was on a water cruise,
Probably more showers, probably.
more showers and more pooping, you think?
Yeah, well, there's a poop deck, so of course.
3 minutes in, already with the farts. I love it.
You know what, though? There's got to be a poop deck on the Halcyon. There's got to be.
Where? I wonder where.
I don't know.
Is that
like
what
on a
Bob Iger's
nautical
wing was
ship,
called?
you probably.
Yeah.
On a nautical ship, it's where the helm was. So I guess on the Halcyon it'd be the bridge. The bridge is the poop deck?
I guess so.
I don't know.
Send a text to D3. Aren't you
Yeah.
two on like a text-to-text basis now?
Yes, of course. But, you know,
Yeah.
if you guys out there know and you like the cut of my jib, just send us that text.
So life's been life, but Jedi Talk is here. We're not going anywhere. You know, even though people want us going somewhere, we're not going anywhere.
They want us going everywhere and
Hey.
nowhere at the same time.
That's right. That's right. But no, we're back. Brad will be back. We hope the full council's back next week. You know, obviously that's the intention. And if we all survive tomorrow, because we're recording the day before Election Day, so if we all survive tomorrow, Jedi Talk will be
We
back.
better, right? We just need to at least get to Life Day. That's all
That's
I
right.
care about right now.
That's right. Let's get to Life Day, and we'll get there in a second. But we'll just say this: Jedi Talk is entertainment. We're not going to sit here and talk politics tonight. Don't you worry about that. Listen to us.
Especially me. I don't know anything about any of it.
That's fine. I can go on a rant for 60 minutes and just say why.
If you were going to do a political podcast, what would it be called?
Something about redheads, like this ginger temper. Oh, I don't know. Give me a second to think about that one.
Yeah, I'm sure you have one.
I can come up with a good
within
one.
A couple minutes.
I have to look to Mr. Ron Swanson, my picture of him, and come up with some. Maybe.
You know what? Wraith has a pretty good smolder, but Ron Swanson has a pretty good smolder.
Oh, Ron Swanson's smolder could outsmolder Wraith Cole.
Ooh, whoa, hot take.
It's a hot take. I'm all right. I'm right.
You're probably not
People would
wrong.
agree with that.
Yeah, you probably. The more I look at it, the more like
The more I look,
yeah.
the more I see. I want to make sure I'm not blowing
It's
us
a
out
better
here.
smolder than Flynn Rider, even. So you know what? It's probably Ron, then Wraith, then Flynn, or Eugene Fitzherbert, whatever you want
Yes,
to call
thank
it.
you. Sorry,
Yeah.
We are using a very brand new soundboard tonight. I'm not in the normal spot I'm in. I was trying to connect my TV to this new soundboard, so If we were blown out in the beginning there, my apologies. I'll be adjusting throughout the show. Evan's without headphones right now. We were expecting all three of us to be together. Brad's got our better mics, and he's got my headphones for some reason. So, but what we were talking about, what politics? Yeah. So you should vote. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to tell you who to. I respect the hell out of everybody who makes informed decisions, regardless of if you're voting for the people I approve or not approve. I support, don't support. Jedi Talk loves you no matter what, unless you're Kyle Cosentino.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We respect you as a human being, unless you're Kyle Thomas Cosentino. Did you know his middle name was Thomas?
Just like me.
And
dang,
my first name. I know.
Crazy.
Just
All
so
the
he knows who his
connections.
daddy is all
Whoa.
over again. Yep. Mm-hmm.
See, yeah. My dad's middle name is Thomas, so that's where I got it from.
Yep. And
So it checks out.
Kyle did not get it from the man who he thinks is his father's. Oh, no, I'm kind
It's weird connections
Jokes.
like that.
jokes. I know, right?
A lot of weird connections.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I could be Jedi Bob. My middle name's Robert.
There you go. You be Jedi Bob.
You did you ever give like a full breakdown of that
No, because I kept telling Brad, like, you got to watch it, man, and he's never gonna.
No, he's never.
It's
Do you
not a
want?
knock on him. It's just
Yeah.
he doesn't have time. Like,
Yeah.
life is life. Like, he's probably never gonna get to it.
Did you like it? I'm like
hell yeah.
chipping away at Rebuild
Yeah.
the Galaxy every now and
I
again.
need to watch it again, but it was great, man.
Was it good?
It was great.
Good.
And, like, obviously it's not canon or anything, but, like, that's how you do a silly story about. It's not even like multiverse. Like, I'm like, well, it's probably gonna be a multiverse, but it's not. Like,
It really was. Yeah.
It's a weird
So
way
far.
of doing it, where it's like they change. We're gonna go spoilers, I guess. It's like a couple months old now, but like they changed their galaxy and made it completely different, and they just can't go back. So it actually has meaning. It has stakes, unlike a certain superhero universe right now, where it just you can recast. Who cares? It's like no, Jedi Bob lost his whole world,
Yep.
and now this new Sig Griebling has lost his whole world, and it's just a cycle. It's probably gonna happen again. Like that's how you should do something. If you're gonna do something that's risky
Mm-hmm.
and out of the norm, that's how you do it.
That's
Now,
right.
I don't want real Star Wars to do this. I don't want that to be canon. But it's perfect for Lego. Like, that's the point of Lego Star Wars. Silly, fun, creative, and, you're supposed to play with it. That's the point of Legos. So, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. It's Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Yeah, I'm starting to chip away at that every now and again. But the main point we are trying to make from earlier, we're entertainment. Listen to us tomorrow. If you're watching covered and you just need a break, that's what we're here to do, to yell at each other.
We can talk Star Wars politics,
Yeah.
especially because you got a sick book.
That propaganda book. Let's talk about that. Yeah. So Aaron, our good friends Aaron and Joe, clued me on to that book. Yeah. Where did it go? There it is. Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah, this is
They
sick.
clued us onto the book. Evan, why don't you grab it? I'll let you climb through it while we're working through it. I know you will take care of that book. So why don't you tell us the name of said book? I got this off of Amazon a couple days after.
It is Star Wars Propaganda, a history of persuasive art in the galaxy.
I'm glad you didn't grab my history of erotic Star Wars art.
Right.
The one
Well,
next
that
to
was
Bob.
like behind it on the shelf.
It was stuck to the.
When
to
I
the
was
other
here
one, yeah.
watching Raja, I was reading through it. Trust me.
That's why the
Me and
pages
Raja,
were-
together.
Raja.
Or sticky, or is that what you say?
Yes.
Sticky? Yes.
It's the sticky icky.
So this book it's thick and sticky icky. It's a thick boy.
Thick and sticky is the name of
but
my
it also
autobiography.
contains 10 in-universe propaganda posters. Now, I tried to talk over that, but there's no
Bullshit.
chance. There's no chance. But so it comes with 10 propaganda posters in universe, which are in these like envelopes too. They're
Open
like
up that first
in-universe.
envelope. Yeah.
Wow, I don't
Do it. Put the mic down if you have to. All right, Evan he's gingerly taking the tape off. I can't do AMSR or ASMR. Calm down. That's not the thing I
Whoa,
can do.
that's a creepy one.
Ooh, violence.
There's
So
a
it says,
lot of creepy
violence
ones.
is security. Chaos is order. War is peace. Don't be fooled by political double talk. Vote against the Military Creation Act. All right, I can support that.
And then this one, so I think most of these are actually pages in the book as well, but they give you
Yes.
printout posters.
Yes.
And this one is Support the Boys in White, and it has a bunch of Phase 1 clones on it.
I'll support those boys.
That's
but
sick, yeah. And the first one was a creepy Palpatine where he's like half skeleton. Is that Palpatine?
I think so.
Or
Yeah,
is it-
yeah. That's got to be
Is
Palpatine.
it Chancellor Vlorm?
Oh, shit. Is that Vlorm?
I can't tell.
It looked like Palpatine from
it's
here.
hard to tell when he's half skull, half... It's like cut down the middle, where one side is a skull.
That's Palps.
It's Palps?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to tell. They're both old white guys, you know. Old
I
white
think
guys
I
all look the
also
same.
also the lighting in here. I can't see shit from this side of my room.
Yeah.
So look at us being idiots.
Yeah, I think you're right. It helps.
Yeah, I thought it was too. So that's cool.
The United Committee for Galactic Peace reminds you: violence is security, chaos is order, war is peace. Man, what a statement! War is peace. Yeah.
Peace sells, but who's buying?
Don't be fooled by political double talk.
Hashtag
Vote against
Megadeth.
the Military Creation Act.
Yeah. Don't vote for that. Although vote for Prop 3 tomorrow in Florida. Legalize it, man.
Oh, this is
Oh, don't be shocked that I'm supporting that, listener.
This one's sick. Our buddy Mars would probably like this one. It says, "Never too young to do your part. The Intergalactic Association of Amalgamated Droid Builders."
Oh, I love that one. Yeah,
That is sick.
yeah.
And it's
That
like
is cool.
what they've started mainly in Batu West out in Disneyland where they have the Droid Union out there.
Yeah, in California, Florida. Oh,
Well, those are, yeah. But those are done by fans and by guests. Like
Right.
Mars and his friends created that whole sect of the Star Wars fandom now where it's like Droid Builders Union. It's really cool. And now this one...
we're not talking about politics, Evan.
No, true, we're not. We're talking about Star Wars politics.
Right, that doesn't count.
You know what's funny, though?
Sort
Like,
of.
we didn't even plan this.
I know. We seriously didn't.
But it's perfect. It's like, we're not going to talk real politics, but we'll talk Star Wars
we'll
politics.
talk the propaganda stuff. And
So this other one here has a bunch of Phase
No
2
thanks.
clones. It says, "Buy Republic war bonds. A message from your Republic benefactors."
I love all
That's
that.
pretty cool.
This is awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's how many of them? 1, 2, 4? There's 10 of them total.
Wow.
So the first cover of the book gives you like 5 of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why'd you accidentally light it on fire, Evan? You gotta put your penis away to open this up. See, that's your problem. You're gonna cut. You're gonna get a paper cut on the tip. Oh, you got a paper cut on the tip. Oh, that's a lot of blood. I don't
Not
know.
the
penises
first or
bleed.
last.
Oh
It's
well,
fine, it's
well,
fine.
you know.
Nothing beats an academy education. Stand with the best. Enroll today. And it shows a stormtrooper. These are Imperial
Right,
stormtroopers. A scout trooper and a TIE pilot. This feels very Rebels.
It is.
Like,
it is
I could
Rebels.
see like Sabine walking up
I was-
this and spray painting a mustache on it.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah,
Spray paint's like a punky loth cat all over it or something.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
badass. You said there's 5 others, right?
Yeah, so
Let's
those are the
open 'em.
first 5.
Yeah.
And if you go to the back of the book, there's.
Oh, I
another
wonder
5.
what those are going to be geared towards with that.
So the first 5 had the Imperial logo. Yeah. And now some of them were like clones, not all
Mhm.
Imperial, but like still, that's the logo
Well,
on the envelope.
That's where they started. That's where they started. Have you gotten all 3 on Star Tours yet? Yeah, you did. All 3 new ones. Yeah. I know it's more difficult now since they switched back to tossing it into the rotation. Happy to say Evan didn't cut his penis this time. Cut his taint though.
There's still time. You never know.
That's true. It's a fantastic book, and I can't thank Aaron and Jonah for suggesting it. I'm just mentioning it just came up in conversation one night. It's kind of surprising that Lives of Orion didn't have it already. He doesn't have these up in his room like Charlie Day with
Yeah.
Pepe
with
Silva.
strings attached to them. And
yeah.
So this one has a few X-wings and a U-wing on it, and it says, "Stay on target. Wings for victory. Join today.
Wait.
Rebel pilots needed."
I don't know if that's stay on target. I think that says stay on target.
True. It does
Yeah.
say "stay on target."
Thank you.
Yes. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. This one is, I don't know. I think one of our friends that were a part of that Legacy Continues would like this
Remember Alderaan, never forget.
one. Yeah.
Never forget.
Megan would probably, Shmi would like
Mhm.
that one probably.
Yes. I'd like to make one mention about the Legacy Continues. I try to leave it off of Jedi Talk as much as possible, but I want to say
True.
one thing. Jedi Talk and the Halcyon Legacy Continues are 2 completely different things.
Yes.
2/3 of Jedi Talk, the ones who are on this show right now, happen to be major players in that. However, that does not, Jedi Talk has no dictation over the Halcyon Legacy Continues. There are an
Correct.
amalgamation of so many fucking fantastic people. We make up about 7-ish, 8-ish. I don't know. I'm tossing off the top of my head, especially with our NPCs recently. But those people, that project, that's the people. That's when you're talking about this. I want you thinking about those people. I want you thinking about that name. Halcyon Legacy Continues. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just that needs to get its due, right?
Yes, 100%. Like we used Jedi Talk to really promote that
In the
first
beginning.
event we did in
Mhm.
March, but like it wasn't connected. It
Nope.
was just us two were on this show, and we were part
Right.
of that. And Brad also helped for that
Right.
first event.
Right.
But we were just using that show to like talk about it, promote
Exactly.
it, get it out there.
Yeah, and now when we need to do podcasts about it, we'll do it on a separate channel.
Yeah, it has its own
Yeah.
Instagram, its
Right.
own channel, like
It's-
so it's completely separate.
It's grown, and we can't thank it. We obviously Jedi Talk, catalyst just from talking about it, but now it's so much bigger than this.
Yeah.
It's beyond, and it's I just to make it as clear as day. It's like just please don't call them Jedi Talks events because they're not.
yeah.
They're Halcyon Legacy continues. That's all I want to say.
100%.
So, all right, back to the chlorophyll. Go on with the chlorophyll.
Well, this one you got another stormtrooper from the Empire that says, "Attention, Imperial subjects." Ooh, calling them subjects is
Ooh.
I don't know if that's really ever done in the movies or TV shows or anything.
Well, it's kind of funny. The first thing I noticed was the hidden Mickey on this.
It does, yeah, same.
So it's like an attention Imperial subjects, and then there's a hidden Mickey. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a little foretelling.
Yeah, a little bit. And then at the bottom, it
Shocked you
says-
didn't call that out from the jump.
Well, it's implied and assumed.
I guess so.
For your safety, carry your Imperial identification with you at all times. That one, yeah.
I don't like that one.
That's a little on the nose. I'm not. I
That's
don't
too
even like
on the
that one.
nose.
It's
I don't
kinda
like
weird.
that one.
That's weird.
I don't like that.
This one I do
That was
like.
too close to home. 2020. Show me your
This one
papers.
this is my favorite one right here. That is awesome.
Might is all. Oh, the
Might
first
is
order.
all. It's
Yeah,
got
that's
the first
cool.
order logo with, I'm gonna assume, the finalizer going in front of it. It's one of the Star Destroyers. We don't know. I'm gonna assume it's the finalizer.
We can assume,
'cause
yeah.
that's the best one.
Mhm.
And a bunch of TIE fighters. That one, that's my favorite. Might just sneak that in my bag.
Why's the finalizer the best one, Evan?
Because it's Kylo Ren's,
Mhm.
and it's the only one I've ever actually been on.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then this one is nice. It shows a dogfight of Resistance X-wings and First Order TIE
Ooh,
fighters.
That's right.
And this is obviously geared toward the Resistance because the poster says, "We beat them before, we will beat them again." That's
They
pretty
did.
cool. They did.
They did.
But those posters are sick, man.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
need this book to put these up in the Trilon Lounge.
Did you order them yet? Amazon.
I don't
that
know.
shit?
That's Taylor's wheelhouse. She's the online shopper.
Well, thanks for going through them.
If I ordered it, it would be like a Temu version, like a knockoff, and they would have somehow charged like double the price, and it would get here 6 months late, and it'd be like bent in half.
I love how you're
That's how I shop online. I have the worst luck.
like. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're like 5 or 6 years younger than me, and then still can't figure Amazon out. Yeah, that's it.
I've only ordered like 15 things online my whole life,
Okay.
and I think it's only 30 online.
Yeah.
Go out and buy this book now, people. Not sponsored.
Go. Yeah.
but
Go for it. Not sponsored. No. That's
No,
you could just you could.
Out
I
of
guess-
the like 15 things I've bought online, I got screwed over on like 6 or 7 of them. So I've kind of stopped. As for the
I
most
don't blame
part.
you. Yeah.
It's just I have bad luck. I don't get it.
At first, there when like Amazon was like at its infancy, along with some other things, it was tough. I felt like that was always the thing. Like I got shit sent to 3 old addresses once, and it's a crapshoot.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just have bad luck. But we're not going to go through the whole book
No.
because it's
no.
like, how many pages are we looking at here?
multi-million.
Over 100 pages.
Mhm.
But the 10 posters
The posters are
are
cool.
included
Yeah.
we did want to look at. Those
Yeah.
are sick, man.
Thanks for going through that.
Oh, yeah.
That's badass.
As they say in the galaxy, my honor.
My honor. They do
Yes.
say that.
But those will be going up
In
in the
Houston, they
Trilon
say that?
Lounge.
Yeah. How's the Trilon Lounge coming along? I know we talked about that briefly last.
Did we? I don't even
Last
remember.
Jedi Tech.
Yeah,
you were
I guess
just
we
you,
did.
You,
yeah.
you were talking to Brad, and we were like, "Hey, Trilon's the sector Batu's in."
That's right. Yeah. But Austin whipped up a little logo for it. I don't know if I sent it in the group chat or not. I'll show it to you. But Austin used his creative talents. I like pitched this to him on FaceTime, and I was like, "Hey, if you got any free time, like whip up a logo. It's like kind of fancy. It's kind of like the Sublight Lounge, but it's kind of like Ogas and Pyloons, all kind of mixed
Mhm.
into one." And I was like, I'm kind of going for like blue and silver colors. Literally, like
That's
as
right.
I'm on the phone
I saw
with
that
him.
logo. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with him, FaceTiming him, and like as I'm talking to him, he's like, "How about this right here?" And I'm like, "I said in your free time if you're bored, you're done already." And it wasn't the final version, but he had a pretty legit looking version on the phone. And then later that night, he's like, "Here's the final one." I'm like, he nailed it. So it's got the Trilon Lounge in Arabesh right in the middle, in the shape of a Sabak card as the entire logo.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the middle is Trilon Lounge and Arbesh. The top and the bottom of the card have a fuzzy Tauntaun glass, the original fuzzy Tauntaun glass. And then the O's in Trilon and Lounge are the ARC logos.
Yeah,
because the Trilon Lounge is like a secret meeting place of ARC agents. So I tried to make it like SEA and Adventurers Club inspired, but but Star Wars. So that's how I'm kind of looking at ARC and the Trilon Lounge. It's like that's where
Very cool.
the people from ARC would like come and have secret meetings and sketchy doings, And then
Sketchy doings.
Sketchy doings.
Doings.
Yes.
Who are they doings? What are they doings?
Very sketchy, whatever it is, and whoever it is.
Have you seen the mall sit speeder that Patrick smuggled in for me from San Diego Comic-Con? I can't remember if we saw that yet.
What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy's right.
That's sick.
Brad was...
He was asking me if I wanted it, and I'm like, dude, I'm cutting back on figures because I don't have anywhere to put them. They're too expensive, and I'm starting to buy like only in-universe stuff for the most part, so I can build this lounge out. I'm gonna have a whole room that is gonna be in-universe one day. I'm about 20% there.
I'm about to move the Luke Grogu pick so I can put more figures up.
Nice, yeah.
Just
put them right on top of it. Just put them over. It's
over each other. Yeah. So anyway,
but Austin whipped up that logo, and we happenstance got a sick coffee table for it that just looks kind of in universe.
Ooh.
And it's one of those where like you can lift up the top of the coffee table. And I'm like, this is very secretive, like so I can put like a secret thing in the coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
Like it fits.
Okay.
Maybe they're hiding their next thing, their next
clue
antique or antiquity there.
Ray Ignis is just slipping more clues into there. Like, how the hell does he keep slipping shit to us, and then we can't find out? How does this happen?
I don't know,
the logistics behind this. Somebody figures this out for me.
It's crazy. I don't know how he
does
does
like
it.
a running gag.
Yeah. But right now I've got it's because this little compartment's big enough to put like a lightsaber box. So I've got in Stellan Gios' box hiding in there. It's probably going to get replaced here in the next couple weeks, and we can talk about that.
Oh, yeah?
This is the biggest news. If you want to talk about the biggest one here in the middle, beef it up in the middle of the episode, and then taper it off with the smaller news at the end.
Sure.
But yeah,
talk about that, because this had us chatting.
Yeah, man.
Firing up. So Brad broke the news at the Saber, but you saw the next thing, so go ahead.
Yeah, so Charles Soule, like the great comic, and well, not just comic, but the great author Charles Soule, he had the honor of posting and announcing this too. It wasn't Hasbro or Disney or Star Wars on Instagram. It was Charles Soule himself posted that on Life Day here in a couple weeks, less than a couple weeks, you can buy a box set of Ren lightsaber. Not Kylo Ren, but Ren lightsaber.
Legacy of Ren.
The Legacy of Ren lightsaber. And that's a big deal because Charles Soule wrote the Rise of Kylo Ren comics, and he created this character of Ren, who was the leader of the Knights of Ren. And then, obviously, Kylo took over, and the comics went out for a while, so I'll give you a little spoiler warning here now. But the spoiler is Kylo eventually kills the leader, named Ren, and takes over the Knights of Ren. And Kylo uses this saber a little bit in the comic. So he announced that saber's coming to docks on Life Day, and also Ren's helmet is coming. I'm hoping it's going to be docks just for simplicity's sake, but maybe it's going to be in Tatooine and Star Tours. I don't know. So we're going to divide and conquer for that because we have to have Ren's helmet. We have to have Ren's saber.
That's like $1,000 day for you right there.
It's probably like $400 or $500.
Yeah. It's an expensive day.
Well, we're probably going to get our 40% on the helmet. So that helps. That's big.
Nice.
And if not, it'll be 20%, which still helps.
That's true. Yeah, me, the sucker, getting the lightsaber won't be.
Yeah, I'm getting the saber too, and there's no discount there. But
no.
The saber and the helmet have been in my top 10 lists of things that I've wanted.
True.
When we did our top 10 helmet list, the Ren was on there. Top 10 saber list, Ren was on there. I've wanted this since day one. And I can't believe there's so many sabers and helmets they've never made that you would expect to be made before this. And I'm not complaining because I've wanted this, but it's just a weird choice for most of the fandom. Because most of the fandom is like, is this, I saw somebody say, is this like, what's the G.I. Joe bad guy? That helmet looks like that G.I. Joe bad guy.
Oh, the Snake Eyes? Or whatever his name is. I'm sorry, I never was in
I don't know G.I. Joe either,
yeah.
but I'm like, okay, it kind of does. I get it. So like,
oh, yeah.
I don't think it was supposed to be like a dig. It was just like they didn't know who the character was. And like, that's most of the Star Wars fandom. So this is a big, big, nerdy, deep cut connection that I'm very pleasantly surprised they're making. And I don't know. All the helmets, we've also kind of pitched around doing a new top 10 helmet list, and that was going to be my number one, was Ren again. But I had several other, obviously 9 other helmets on there that I would have assumed they would have made first. Like, they still haven't done a Commander Cody helmet.
I know.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. No, I got the G.I. Joe villain wrong. I think it's Cobra Commander, maybe who we're thinking of.
Yeah,
I might have fucked it up. There's people listening to this screaming off the top of their head probably at us right now. Like, so sue me, I don't know G.I. Joe.
Like, yeah. Well, I'm not going to give away my
Although-
whole top 10 list of helmets, but another one like they don't have. They've never done a Phasma helmet.
No.
How have you not done a Phasma?
Speaking of G.I. Joe, the only thing with G.I. Joe that I remember was on an E-Bums World growing up was watching the G.I. Joe, like, parodies.
Yeah, okay.
Does anybody know what, like, who wants a body massage?
No.
No? Oh, my God.
The Community did a G.I. Joe episode.
Did they?
And
Okay.
that's my only like connection to
Okay.
G.I. Joe is I saw that episode and I'm like the art style was just like it, the animation, and they even made a joke about like reusing animation clips in
So-
the episode.
yeah.
So
I'm going to pull one up so people can hear.
But
I know you
it's-
can't hear it, but
No.
but go on. Go on.
But-
You could talk.
I
And
mean,
I'm
that's
gonna
like the
play this.
biggest one, but Ren was on my list again of like I want this one. But how have they not done a Phasma or a Cody and we get a Ren before those? I'm happy. 'cause
Yeah, I was going to say, you should be happy.
I'm
about
happy,
it.
but I'm baffled by this choice. Pleasantly baffled because
Pleasantly baffled.
it's what I want. And then, it's been the last Saber that came out was in May, which was Ki-Adi-Mundi's.
That's right.
And like literally a week or so ago, Peter and I were talking. We're like, man, it's been nice not buying a Saber for a while, saving some money.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, well, yeah, it's been easy to save money because they haven't really
Yep.
dropped any new Sabers.
Yep. Well. Here's one. This is one of the G.I. Joe remasters. So they would just take the cartoons and dub the voices over.
Oh, okay.
So Evan, you won't be able to.
I remember someone doing that with Dragon Ball. They called
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that kind of
So
stuff.
here's 39 seconds.
Last one there's the penis pump.
That's no fair. You're not
Holy cow, I'm totally going so fast. Oh, fuck!
fun.
Oh, we gotta do what you do, what you
Hey,
do.
what the fuck are you kids doing on my fucking lawn? And don't look at me when I'm fucking talking to you.
I can't get up.
Get that kid off my eyes, you little wankers.
This is a lot funnier to watch.
Alright, give him the stick. No, give him the stick.
Do you know my
Is one of those like the high pitched voices the bad guy? Is he kind of like a whiny high pitched voice?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
G.I. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, Ren lightsaber helmet, good stuff coming to
Yep.
Docs just in time for Christmas,
For Life Day.
for Life Day
But-
indeed.
I also used that opportunity. I was flipping through my my version of this,
Mhm.
my copy of the
Mhm.
Rise of Kylo Ren, and Charles Soule actually posted it too, like later that day or a day later, how this actually has the first appearance of anything High Republic in it ever. This was before the books came out, so it shows Kylo sitting at Luke's Jedi Temple, and he opens a holocron, and the holocron is a High Republic Jedi speaking to him.
Oh wow.
And I did not even realize that until Charles Soule said that. And I was
Damn.
like, holy crap, man. Like, you got a character you created
Mhm.
getting its own saber, its own helmet, and you started the High Republic.
Did you end up? Did you meet Charles Soule at MegaCon? I couldn't
Yeah,
remember.
he signed my #1
That's
Kylo
right.
comic.
Fuck yeah.
I don't have any, like, picture or, like, there's nothing, officially saying it's his signature, though. So, like, I talked to Brad after, and he's like, yeah, man, you should have got a picture or something so it's legit. Because now it could be someone forged it, but...
You know it's legit.
Yeah, and I'm never going to sell it, so it's not like I need
No,
it to be
you're good.
a picture. But, yeah.
You're good.
So
Well,
he signed my #1.
we'll hopefully be at MegaCon doing another panel this year. Hopefully Charles Soule will be there.
Yeah, I can get him to sign the Kylo Ren box set, or
Yeah.
not Kylo Ren, but the Ren
Right.
box set or
There-
something.
there you go.
I don't know. I don't know if I want a signature on it. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm. If I wanted a signature on it, I'd buy a second one. Like if I wanted Ashley
I'm
Eckstein
not
to
doing
sign
that, so-
the Ahsoka one right here, I'd probably go get another one.
Trying to find that still of the holocron for you, but yeah,
No, you're
that's
not.
how
You
I
just
should
started
do it.
unbuttoning your pants. Still my ass. There's been a lot of jokes about penises tonight.
There has been.
There's really no difference.
There's an awesome still of the saber and the helmet right there, though. Like, that stuff
Oh,
is so
Steel
cool
of the Saber. Yeah.
there at the bottom. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's good shit. That's good shit, man. It's good shit. So on top of
There's another Kylo Ren comic coming out. too.
yeah, there
They announced
was
that.
lots of Kylo stuff. So Star Wars does this. Star Wars is the king, queen, and everything in between of
You just make that up on the spot.
a little bit. I don't know. Somebody probably did
I like
once, twice, 3 times, lady.
There you go.
They put a whole hodgepodge down in a movie, a TV show, and then they connect the dots with other media that only half the fandom looks into. You know, because people want a background to Kylo Ren. People want.
There's the High Republic Jedi coming out of the
Oh
background.
yeah. Oh yeah. People want Ben Solo's life. People want all this stuff, and you get it. You're getting it in novels. You're getting it in comics. You're getting it through Galaxy's Edge in a sense. And then,
And now, when I was going through this that night, looking at it all again, I was like, wait, is this the holocron that we see on the Star Cruiser? Because Kylo says it was at Luke's temple.
belongs to me. Maybe.
I mean, that's not Yoda coming out of it in the comic, but what's to say there's not two different communications
You
in
never
one
know.
holocron?
You never know. Is
Yeah.
is that like the only holocron?
That's what
It's
I'm
probably
saying
not
too,
the only
like,
one.
yeah,
Luke
Luke probably
had.
has 50 of them, so I'm like, I want it to be the one, but
The Star Wars is so the universe is enormous. Like I just like I'm running into Lando. I'm doing things for him in Outlaws during like this is
or is he running into you?
hey
What have we here?
hey a little column A, little column B, little column A, little column B. So yeah, so we've got lots of Kylo stuff coming. Ben Solo's getting his due.
Yeah, the February 5th is the new Kylo comic. What was it called? Legacy of Kylo
I think
Ren
so,
or something?
yeah.
And it shows
Yeah,
like
still got some
him
time.
obviously doing what he does best, thinking about Darth Vader. So
Mm-hmm.
shows him doing that.
That's
and,
right.
and more, of course. But
That's right. So speaking of more from Disney, so we are getting our next installment, Evan, of Disney Media TV with Star Wars
yeah,
Skeleton Crew.
Heck yeah.
And we got is it our final Skeleton Crew trailer?
I
Like
sure
the
hope so.
Last
It comes
yeah.
out in a month.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, right.
they'll do a billion TV spots and
They will.
hopefully, yeah.
I won't see any of them.
No, we'll dodge those.
Yeah.
Because they'll drop like, look, Luke's in this or something. We'll be like, guys, we don't need that.
So if you didn't know or think that this was going to be a Goonies, Stranger Things inspired 80s feel-good TV show, guess what? That trailer said, yup, here we come, even with the Major
Yeah.
Tom and Huttese.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I look, I'll say this, and I feel I'm seeing just comments or people are like loving the nostalgia, they're loving the feeling good about being in the 80s, and that's great. That's all well and good, but don't get too used to it. Like it's okay to have new stories and try different things too. And Star Wars has never done anything like this before. Yeah, Star Wars is nostalgia, but it's not this.
It's not
like
intentional
this.
nostalgia. Yeah, it's like they didn't. I mean, aside from The Force Awakens, they don't really go and make something that's like, do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Right,
Like,
but Star Wars style was never the. I'm just gonna keep saying Goonies. You know, it was
Yeah.
never the adventure style like that, and that's not anything wrong. Both of those are
Yeah.
great flicks. I love Goonies. I love that movie. And I really enjoy watching Stranger Things. But it's like, okay, then we're gonna do Star Wars with it. You know, first off, you're having kids in it, so I think it's perfect. That's the way to go. You've got a Jedi lead, which I think is good. You have a pirate as the villain, so you know it makes sense. And
yeah.
if it's just page for page Goonies with Star Wars, I can't say I won't hate it.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
it's not a bad thing.
it's just
I mean,
like-
someone will say it's a bad thing, but like,
I just don't think it's like the best. It could be. I'm excited for it, but it's not like the best thing in the world.
No,
like
yeah.
the trailer didn't break my balls. Like
right.
oh my
Before
God,
we started
yeah.
recording, we were saying like, did the trailer excite you or anything? And I was like, it didn't make me more or less excited. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna be there the night it comes out on Disney Plus. Refreshing, waiting for it to come out. Like, I'm still gonna watch it.
Hey, yeah.
Like, yeah. So this trailer didn't make me more or less excited.
Yeah,
But then, I mean, it made me a little more excited to see who might be in it. But like, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm
Well,
still here for it.
Spoiler alert: a ship was spotted in said trailer.
It was. The
One-
internet lost their ship, you
Yes.
could say.
Hondo Onaka,
His Katuni
the Katuni, may or may not, as seen in Galaxy's Edge: Smuggler's Run,
and
may
the
or
Star
may not.
Cruiser.
Yeah, may or may not be in the show. Well,
Yeah.
we hope he is.
That'd be sick.
I know Hondo's and Outlaws haven't gotten to him yet, but
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
he's
yeah, I
there.
forgot he was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, that's cool.
The pack, the download pack. I don't know if that came out yet, or that was just announced that he was coming. But anyway,
You've seen Kira, and you said you've seen Lando.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen like all the big names.
yeah,
except
Jabba. I've gotten through my story piece with Jabba. I'm doing jobs for Bib now for the Hutts. The main story is not done yet, but I've seen Lando. I snuck through the vent and saw spoiler. I saw Boba Fett talking
Yeah.
to somebody. I saw Han and Carbonite in Jabba's palace. You fight a Rancor in the game.
Oh dang!
It's really cool.
Is
It's
it
not
worse than like Ogdo Bogdo or the Rancor in?
No, it's
Survivor?
different. It's different. It's like the one in Survivor. You're like fighting it one-on-one. Like Cal's
Yeah.
powerful enough to fight it.
True.
Kay's not because
Yeah, okay.
she's not a Jedi.
Nick
so
might be though.
Nyx, yeah.
Yeah, Nyx could take it
Nyx could
down.
take on. There's something in the game where Nyx gets taken by the Hutts and almost sold to Jabba. And I'm like yelling at my TV, like, I'm getting Nyx back, you fucking assholes.
Dude, Jabba would have like a little fighting ring with Salacious B. Crumb and Nyx. He'd
More
just
or
make
less,
them
yeah.
fight each other.
Yeah,
like,
Nyx would kill him every
Yes.
single time.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm loving the hell out of Outlaws. I was gonna try to play it on air tonight, but I don't like. I want everybody to hear the audio, so I'm gonna figure out how to get it through the recorder, so we can all have our headphones in, especially when Brad's here. We can all comment and have fun with that.
Yeah, next time.
Mm-hmm. If Brad ever comes back, Bermuda Triangle kicked him
Yeah, right. He's in limbo.
out in
It's
limbo.
fine.
So
You think he was doing limbo on the cruise? Do cruises still do that, or is that a thing that ever actually happened?
I don't think I've ever seen limbo done on like a party like that. I just remember like in
Has anyone ever
school.
witnessed limbo in person, like for real?
I'm sure it's happened.
I mean, when I worked in Toy Story Land and it would rain, we would get out a roll of stickers and have sticker limbo. Kids would
Okay.
limbo into the
All
stickers.
right, yeah.
So I
That's
guess
safe.
that counts.
We're also very white, though.
Yes.
Evan, you have to understand this. So
Yeah.
us seeing that, like a limbo is probably
Yeah, it's true.
just on account of our nerdiness, white and nerdy.
The closest we get is Dumbo. We don't really get limbo. We get Dumbo.
I'm in purgatory, so I've been stuck in limbo for a while.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, that is fair.
But to hold us, well, I guess not really hold us over, but in December, Mando Season 3 DVDs are coming too.
They are.
And Ahsoka DVDs.
That's true. Exciting.
So-
So you get to own the media. It's a big
Yeah.
thing that we've talked
we
about.
have Mando Season 1 and 2, and then we can never find Andor or Kenobi. They're both sold out every time we go.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So one day we'll find them and we will buy them. I want to own everything if I can. Like
Yeah, I
I
know.
want Book of Boba Fett to
Yeah.
come out. I want to buy that, but like
Dun, dun.
Mando Season 3 is a start and Ahsoka's a start. So we need and Rebels too. Rebels. I
Ooh,
need to
Rebels,
get.
yeah.
Like, I only have like 1% of Clone Wars. I have like 10 episodes of Clone Wars, which is like nothing. But I want all of it eventually. And I have
Yeah.
the 2D Clone Wars, but I want every piece of media physically in my collection.
You want to hold it. You want to sleep in bed with the
Yes, and get sticky and all those jokes.
sticky icky,
Yeah, sticky icky.
thick and sticky, or whatever.
Yeah.
My autobiography. Yeah.
Well, we know what the D's and DVD stand for, don't we?
Hey, they stand for "Don't do this."
Yes. I
Yep.
don't know what the V stands for. I'll leave that up to your imagination.
It stands for "Very much, please don't do this."
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, remember they're trying to get Jedi Talk off the air,
Yes.
off the podcast.
They're trying to get us off.
Yeah, they are trying to get us off.
Hey.
To Mecca like a high, like a honey ho.
I see you're celebrating Life Day. You have your Life Day orb out.
The Life Day Orb is out. Yeah,
The Trilon Lounge has their orb out as well.
the Trilon Lounge, that's very good. Oh man, you know what I just thought of? We're coming up to Christmas, and it's almost time for Jedi Talk's 3rd annual retelling of the Life Day special. Where every year I take
Yes.
I take about 3 to 4 minutes of the Life Day special and just dub it with what I'm deciding is funny at that moment. I'm gonna do a better job with it this year.
Oof, I don't know how you can do
Really?
better.
The first 2 were just kind of fun.
Yeah.
I really liked the John Benet Ramsey Taylor Swift joke I made last year. I thought that was really funny. And then I just ended up killing Kyle.
Yeah.
I don't know what. This one will be better, I promise.
I don't know if you can top that part, especially.
Yeah. So what else? What else we got? I know it doesn't feel like there's like too much news. Like there wasn't.
I
There
don't know,
wasn't.
man.
When Skeleton Crew drops, like, do you think? I said this in our group chat. Like with all this stuff coming out, like the Ren stuff and the Saber. Yeah, it has everything to do with Charles Soule's releases. Like they're pairing the merch with the release of the comic books,
Yeah.
the new comic book. But like, do you think the Knights of Ren are gonna have anything
There's
to do
got
with
to be a bigger
Skeleton
reason
Crew?
than that. Yeah, because I mean, like, I'm kind of surprised the Knights weren't with Kira when you saw her in the game, like Outlaws,
That's true.
because
Well, yeah, it's
she
on-
does employ them for a little bit.
There might be a side mission. I haven't seen Kira. I just talked to her like number 2 person.
Not Varric, right? Who's he
No,
with? 'Cause-
Varric is the Hutts.
Oh, he's with the Hutts.
Varric's a
Hmm.
contractor for the Hutts.
Yeah, he's definitely not a true Varric. We would never work with the
He's
Hutts.
he's
Don't
on.
associate with them.
He's in a diner on a planet called Akiva.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that planet from reading about the game and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah,
Akiva's cool. That's where Lando was.
cool.
So yeah, Outlaws is fun. I want to play it with ideally, like I'd finish and have my own game, and then like we could start a fresh one and like play it every couple of Jedi Talks.
That'd be sick.
Because
yeah.
it'd be fun to comment on it too.
Yeah.
It's like I could piss the Pikes off again, and I'll just be going in the middle of the desert in Tatooine, then all of a sudden a kill squad shows up out of nowhere of Pikes trying to take me down.
Yeah.
They're fun now. They're fun to fuck with.
Well, yeah, once you get strong enough where you can take them out
Yeah.
easily, right? Is that how it works? You kind of like build yourself
Pretty much.
up. So
At first, when the kill squads found me in the game, when I was like barely, like my speeder barely moved and my blaster sucked, I was like, I'm dead every time.
Yeah.
Dead every time. There were places I would avoid.
Oh.
And then you glam on, you pop up, and like I got really good reputation with the Hutts before I went to Tatooine for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
so
play it
I
safe.
could walk through that place without minding myself.
It'd be funny to do it the opposite one time though, like have a terrible
Oh my
reputation
God.
and try to go to Tatooine.
It'd be
see what
tough.
happens.
For some of the stuff you had to do, it'd be tough. Yeah,
Dang.
the Pikes are funny. It's so funny because like I had a job that I was doing. I took a contract for the Pikes, right? So and then it was like steal some weapons for them or something and get a reasonable amount of money and then good reputation for the Pikes, higher reputation. And then every now and again in the game, and it happens more and more as you advance, ND5, your Clone Wars battle droid,
In a trench coat.
in a trench coat.
Yes.
He's so cool. I
Yeah.
love him. But he calls you and is like, "Kay, we have an offer." And it's the Hutts trying, like, they want the information of who told you to go steal it, and like we'll pay you for that info. We want it back, and you'll get good reputation with them. So you have a choice either.
Yeah, pay them and get their
Yeah.
reputation. Get
E-
on their good side.
Either piss the Pikes off or piss the Hutts off. So
Right.
like the job is for the Pikes, but like I'm like, nope, I've committed to pissing the Pikes off, so I'm gonna sell them out and give it to the Hutts.
You know what though? The only time anyone will probably ever defend the Pikes, they did kill a Jedi once. They killed Sifo Dyas.
That's
So
true.
they're somewhat powerful if they could kill a Jedi. But that's about
Yeah.
all I'll say about them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. One of the times I play on my own again in the future, like I'll go pro Pike. And just
Pro
see what happens.
Pike.
Pro Pike, double P.
Hey, we're not getting political.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
no
I
politics.
am neutral Pike. And
Neutral Pike. And
Phew, save that one. Stupid
Good
Pikes.
save, good
Wait
save.
a minute. Crap. Edit that out.
So after Skeleton Crew, is the movie next? So much. What else could the Knights of Ren be in? If they're not in Skeleton Crew, which I don't really see how they fit into that story.
Oh,
which they
is-
could, and I'll be happy.
Is the
I don't-
Mando? Well, we have Ahsoka season 2.
Ahsoka season 2 is next.
But Ahsoka season 2 is probably after the movie, right?
Is the movie 2025 or 26?
Six. There might not be any Star Wars coming out next week. I feel like I'm missing something glaring.
I do too, but I don't think there's no animated stuff.
Hot
Yeah.
take.
Oh man,
Don't do it in 25. Hot take.
it would be good for them to do that.
I know.
Leave
Yeah.
us wanting something like build up to the Force Awakens was obviously more than a year. But
Right.
It'd be nice to have that year build up.
Right, Winston.
Because right now, like this has been our biggest gap, right? From what was our last thing? Was it Bad Batch? No. Yes.
No, Acolyte.
Oh yeah, Acolyte. That's right.
Yeah, I knew it was
Or
something
Tales
super
of the
divisive.
Empire?
Was Tales of the Empire after Acolyte?
No,
or
I
during?
think Acolyte was after. I think you're right. But still, this is not that big of a gap. To go from
Mhm.
Acolyte a couple, like 4 or 5 months ago
Yeah, it's really not too big of a
to
gap.
now getting Skeleton
Yeah.
Crew. So give us a year gap. That'll feel like it was in The Force Awakens when it was a 15-year gap.
And it doesn't feel that way to me because the Penguin's on and the Penguin's going to keep me busy.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So the Knights of Ren probably won't pop up anywhere, but I hope they prove me wrong. I'll take them. But I don't know what else this could be a plug for other than buy his cool comic coming out in
Probably
February,
that.
which I will be doing. I'll buy that comic.
Probably. It's we always overthink this shit.
Yeah.
We always overthink this shit. And that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
That's
Because
probably
we
what
also
it is.
want the Knights to show up in something,
Oh, sure. Oh, I just want Disney to like you created these cool things that you don't put effort into telling stories on. Like, just start doing it. Don't give a shit about what people say.
Yeah.
Just start doing it.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, obviously love the Knights of Ren, big hardcore fanboy, but they should do it for a lot of people I think would want it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not as much as I want it, but a lot of
Mhm.
people would be like, oh, finally we can find out what those guys are that they used for 5 minutes and then killed, Like,
Yeah.
it'd be cool.
That's right.
I've always said what they need to do is, I don't know how they make it work because Oogie Boogie Bash is the Halloween party, but Disneyland should have them in Halloween come out. Like Harry Potter gets their witch guys to come out.
Death Eaters.
Yeah. Like they're the same thing. They're guys
It's
in black
kinda
with
true.
helmets. Like, same
Well,
thing.
Death Eaters are a little more than that, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like the
just
dark figures
aesthetically.
that walk
Yeah,
around.
All you
yeah.
need is, creepy guys in black outfits and a helmet being spooky. Like,
It's
it's
true.
the same idea in terms of a theme park application. They should totally do it.
You could totally have them walk around Batu. Man,
I'd pay like $500 to go to
don't
that.
say that.
I'd do it. For Star
Good
Wars,
Lord,
for good Star Wars things, I'd do it.
that is some vintage Boucher loving conviction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love everything they've done with Star Wars except close the Star Cruiser. Like, I don't get the hate for everything they've done with Star Wars.
Sure.
So, I don't know, man. But
Anything else on that short list? News-wise?
news? No.
I don't think so. Man, well, that's all right. We can keep this show under an hour. We do
Have you
around an hour.
got
so.
back to the parks since you've been back?
Sure. We went to Epcot the other day. Child swapped.
sorry.
Shut up. Child swapped Cosmic
They
Rewind.
have 3 other parks open you could go to, you know.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I enjoy going to Epcot like a normal fucking person. No, we did Cosmic Rewind. I got September. Courtney got Iran. Just chilled a little bit there, and then we went to Magic Kingdom. Saw the tree up there already.
Yeah. I
and-
love that tree, though.
Yeah,
I
it's a
love
good tree.
Main Street. Like, when I go, it takes me back to Disneyland, because my only trip to Disneyland
Mhm.
was Christmas time.
Mm.
So,
Oh,
like, when
wow.
I'm on our Main Street, my brain just is like, wait, I'm at
I get it.
Disneyland? Like, what's happening?
Yeah,
It's a weird thing. And I'm sure whenever I get back to Disneyland, I'll probably have similar. But
sure.
It's weird. I love our Main Street because it just reminds me of being in Disneyland.
That makes sense. I love it. It's yeah, the Christmas time is here already. Have we been, yeah, we went to Hollywood Studios for a Friday night. The parks are busy right now. There was just a marathon weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I went before the marathon,
Yeah.
and, like, Magic Kingdom was empty.
Oh no,
I went,
not
actually, I went the day that the $400 Lightning Lane opened,
Oh, yeah.
and I was there from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and I did everything I wanted without
Wow.
a Lightning Lane, like, without paying $400,
Wow.
guys. So don't do it.
Well, yeah, it was
But-
it was nice, and the parks were dead until this half marathon weekend, and I think
Yeah.
now we're in for it.
Because I got there at 2 o'clock, I didn't get to do my boarding group for Tiana's, but I could have done Tiana's. I got a boarding group.
Damn.
So I did Tiana's, I did Tom Sawyer Island, I did Peter Pan's Flight, I did Space Mountain,
Wow.
Pirates, Jungle Cruise,
Damn.
Big Thunder,
Damn.
People Mover, Buzz. Like, I
Jeez.
did everything without a $400 fast pass.
crap.
People, don't buy it. Don't do it.
They're going to though.
I don't know.
That's
It's stupid.
that's- I know.
But if I went for a half day because it opened at like 9, and it was a 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. day or 11 p.m. Either way, it was a whole day, and
Mhm.
I showed up at 2 o'clock, and I did everything I wanted.
That's pretty good.
I basically did everything except
pretty-
Tron and
pretty good.
Mine Train. I did
Okay.
High Mansion, of course, but yeah, like no Tron, no Mine
Yeah.
Train. And that's just because I was like, I'm tired. I want to go home. I could have stayed and done those if I wanted. You know, like, you
that would have
don't
been
need-
epic.
Yeah, you don't need the stupid lightning pass.
Did you stop and get a churro in between?
No.
I know you didn't do that.
I watched
just
Happily
felt-
Ever After and cried.
There you go.
But yeah.
Did you know during the final week leading up to New Year's Eve, Happily Ever After gets replaced by the Christmas fireworks from like once the party ends from like the 21st
normies?
until the 29th. Yeah, for the normies.
Ooh. Well, if we're not blocked out, we might try and go watch
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm blocked out.
Well, we are probably too then.
Yeah.
But interesting, though. But on that same day, I was alone. She was at work. Or, I don't know. Work and then friend's house, something. But I was by myself, so I did single rider and everything, of course.
Mhm.
But I was on Big Thunder Mountain, and you've been on Big Thunder Mountain.
Of
Most
course.
of our listeners have.
Yes.
I'm not a large man, but I'm a grown adult.
Yes, you are.
I get in that, and I take up most of the car, right?
Sure.
For some reason, the idiot waiting in line behind me didn't think I did, so they decided to get in with me.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, I looked at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, and to make it worse, it was like, when I say young, I don't mean like 15. I mean like our age, like a young lady. And I was like,
Sure.
now I gotta like hug the side of the car so you don't accuse me of doing anything to you. Like, why did you get in this car with me?
hold
on
to you. I get
It was the most awkward ride on Big Thunder ever. I'm like, just
Yikes.
read the room, read
Yeah.
the train. you
Read
know?
the train. You should have
you
just
doing?
like ripped some major ass like when she came and sat down. Just
Just
be like,
hit the button. I was like,
yeah, just like, oh man. Yeah, you can't sit in here anymore. Sorry, I just ate beans at Pecos Bills.
and then like 30 minutes later, when I got in Pirates,
Same person.
It wasn't the same person, thankfully, but they put me in the back row on Pirates, which you've sat there. It's not
Yes.
the biggest row.
No.
Logic would tell you if the person in front of you is lone, a solo rider, and they get in the back row, you should wait for the next boat, right?
Yes.
The people behind me didn't either. They got in the back row with me, and I was wedged in, and these were two larger adults. And I'm like, what do you guys do? What's happening today? What's in the air? Like, do people not understand?
Resort fatties are in the air.
Literally resort fatties.
Yeah,
but
resort
did
fatties
I don't
are
know
there.
why they would want to sit in a row with somebody else.
Maybe you had an enchanting musk. I don't know.
I guess. I guess. I mean, I get if they wanted to ask me like about the ride, I could have told them everything there is to know, but they
There
didn't.
you go.
They didn't. I don't know, man. People
You
don't-
shouldn't have been wearing your "I know everything about Disney, ask me questions" T-shirt.
That's true. That's my mistake.
That's where you lost them.
My mistake.
That's
But
right.
People just don't have common sense anymore, man. Like
They
if,
don't.
If the roles were flipped, I see two people get in that back row. I'm gonna be like, no thanks. I'm not sitting in a cramped row. I'm gonna get the next row all to myself. But
There you go.
that's just me. I'm not stupid. All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Just sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Just sometimes. Well, you guys have been great. We've been Jedi Talk. Follow us at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram, youtube.com/Jedi Talk.
Yeah.
For all the madness. You know, I was thinking about ending today's show a little different way. Brad's not here. What if I played that theme song I created for Mr. Restrolik to close us out?
Ooh, that'd be cool. You know, because that was like my attempt at like a ginger snaps. That's the closest I get. I don't really do them often, but yeah.
There you go.
Switch it
It's
up. I
a-
was doing your ginger snaps, and we can play a sick theme song to switch it up.
There we go. We can end it up. We can end the Droidsmith song up. I created this for
Well, he would probably like that poster too.
he would
The
our
Droid Smith
our
poster.
our Droidsmith am I saying that right?
Resh.
I always fuck his last name up.
I never even attempted just to say safe, and like my character wouldn't have known his last name, so I was like, I'll just call you Resh.
That's funny because Elias. The whole bit is Elias doesn't know who he is, and we just know our droids.
Nice.
Um,
Well, we know Salvage, his droid Salvage.
that's
Sal.
of course we know Sal.
Yeah.
Sal and BD goes like so far back. You just don't understand. Drolik, I was right. Resh Drolik. So
Is BD gonna move in on Patches? Maybe get a
uh,
little love triangle going.
potentially.
Oh,
So
I'll tell EB to stay clear.
well, I'll kick it off. How Brad normally says things here before we get the Droidsmith song playing. So stay safe, everybody. May the Force be with you.
Always and Tabuite.
Rise, Jedi Knight.
It's time to boogie! Bye.